Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Eleanor here, welcome to the Nova Nook. We have a nice short and sweet video today. In this video I will be working on my museum. So we're working on this top left corner of my island where I am here. I have just a lot of blank space and the museum is like the last big building that I have to do. So the museum is going back here. I really wanted to do a tiered approach, so I'm going to start with building up some cliffs. I just do a one layer, not like a lot of different layers, but I really wanted to play around with some inclines and some cliffs just to kind of make it look a little bit more fancy, I guess. I've seen a lot of elegant core islands and low-key have been really inspired. Like, they are incredible and I would really love to do an elegant core island, but I have to finish off this island, stick to my little city theme. Kind of, I guess, is a city theme. It's not really a hard and fast theme, but stick to this and then maybe I can continue on with some other themes. So yeah, I'm just building up the cliffs. I really just eyeballed how big it was. I didn't really do too much like math or figuring out how big I wanted it. I just kept building until I was like, yeah, that seems about right, I guess. And then I kind of measured either side of where I wanted the inclines to be, so they're pretty even. I wanted a bit of a gap in the middle, but not like a huge gap. So I did both inclines facing each other, facing inwards, because I just thought that looked quite nice. So that's what I kind of did there. And then I moved the museum, and honestly, I don't know how I did it. This was just a complete fluke, but it was actually centered so well. I'm very honestly happy and surprised at how well I centered it. Like, again, not gonna lie, it was a complete fluke. Anyway, so now I am just pathing. I path the area first with the in-game path, and then I go over the top with the custom pathing, which the creator codes are down below. So if you want to check it out, please do. There's some amazing, talented people out there. So, you know, they deserve all that sort of attention. So yeah, I've done the top and now I'm doing this bottom area here. I did want to kind of incorporate two main areas. So we have the area right outside the museum, but also an area below where the inclines kind of start. Just to use up some space, really. I had a lot of space, and I did this section like from essentially the ocean to the river. So I had a lot to kind of make up. So yeah, this is me putting down the custom pathing that I've been using across this whole island. I started off in that little sliver and I was like, nah, it's too small. So I just extended the whole thing. Yeah, I'm really loving this pathing. I think it looks really cute. So now I'm just going to go in and start adding some furniture. So I had a few fountains to use, so I didn't want to use one down here, and then I also used one further back, and I wanted to add some greenery, some trees and stuff like that. So I made these like fake garden beds, I guess. I just kind of removed the pathing, and then I went around and fixed the corner pathing as well, so it all has a border around it. I just did this either side. A lot of this build is just straight symmetry. I just try to copy what's on either side, because I think that especially for these types of islands where it's more city, or especially, yeah, like I said, I was inspired by some elegant core islands. It's just a lot of symmetry, which I think looks nice. Yeah, I think it looks okay. It's my second time really doing a big museum build. The first time was the jungle core island. I don't usually really build out my museum. I often find it's kind of hard with buildings. Like, I like to create things like the swamp I did in the jungle core island on one of the villagers' homes, using their homes more to create like a full area rather than using the island buildings like the museum or Nook's Cranny. But yeah, in the end I think I really like how it turned out. I think it looks really interesting, and I think it fits this island quite well, so I can't really complain. I mean, it took a while, but what you're seeing is, what, 11 minutes? It didn't take that long. It took a lot longer, but yeah, very happy with it. Anyway, so I am just kind of putting in this pathing. Yeah, I just wanted to create those fake borders that kind of see. Yeah, it's just like kind of like a fake garden bed, I guess. I think I ended up putting a tree and a lamppost. Something like that. We'll see. I just put a lot of stuff anyway. Alright, and now we get to placing items, which is arguably, I think, the best part of doing these builds. They completely change it, honestly. They look so good. These lampposts I absolutely love. Again, that is a custom code with the hanging basket, so if you want to check it out, it'll be down below as well. I wanted to add some colour, because I don't have a lot of colour in this build, so adding the blue hyacinths, add that little bit of pop of colour. And then I'm going in with fencing. So mainly for this build, I use the iron and stone fencing. I've used that across the whole island. So it's just a good staple one for this style of island anyway. I do add some hedges in as well, but for this kind of portion, I just stuck to the island. For this portion, I just stuck to the iron and stone. Yes. I didn't go right across because I later on make a little entrance that connects to the bridge, so I left that area blank on purpose so I could fill it out later and make like a little pathway that goes in. I don't fill this bottom section too much with items. I keep it quite simple. I think I later on go in and add a bike, like the bicycle, but I don't go too heavy on the items. I do go a little bit heavy on the items up in this section. I had a very clear idea in my head, so I really wanted to kind of do that justice. So I'm just going to be finishing off the fencing. I add some down here as well, and then I add some fencing towards the back. But then, yeah, I add the fountain to match. I add a little bench down here, add some more light poles. I really wanted to utilize these pillars, and I think they match the museum quite well, so I thought they looked quite nice. And just some stuff out the front of the museum. I wanted to display some sort of artwork as well, like some statues and stuff, so I thought they looked quite nice. And yeah, again, just making it symmetry, so with the lamp poles and the topiaries, just making them on either side, and then yeah, I go in and add some fencing towards the back. Yeah, just fill out that whole kind of spot. There's the bike I told you about. So yeah, that's kind of what I do. And then I think I go in and add the I kind of loop them around, because otherwise I don't like how it looks when you add a different type of fencing without creating that corner junction. So I did that, and then yeah, I go in and add the hedges on either side. I just have them down like the whole way. Nothing too crazy, just to kind of break it up, and I guess like you can't really jump off them, but give that, you know, sense of security, because if this was a real place, you would have, you know, fencing right around the cliff. Otherwise it'd be a hazard, you know. And now I just go in and add furniture. I really wanted to use 2 of these statues. I just think I've seen so many cool like builds that people have done where they kind of face each other and they just look incredible. I think I do end up moving them because I wasn't the biggest fan of where they were. I don't know, I couldn't really get it to work. Anyway, and then I add 2 benches either side of the fountain. I decided it needed more height, so I go in and add some trees just behind, just to add a little bit of something. Yeah, it was just missing something in that corner. I tried to do the trees that are in those little boxes, but they were just too big. So then I move the statues. I add some of these bistro tables with some chairs, just to, yeah, again, fill out the space, because I really wanted it to be quite full, so they take up a lot of room. So I add 1 on either side with the chairs, as again, like I said, I just wanted it all to be quite symmetrical, so I just kind of did that. Then I extended the pathing, so this is when I connected it to the bridge, and that bridge goes down to like the main resident services and kind of entrance area. So it's quite a good spot on the island, I think. I think it's all coming together quite well. It flows nicely. I just have a lot of villager homes that I just don't know what to build and how to decorate them. Anyway, so I just fix up this spot, add some lamp poles again, add some statues, some hedges, just basic stuff like that. Yeah, and I left this area kind of blank because I didn't know what to do with it, but yeah, that is my museum. Like I said, I'm really happy with it. I think it looks really nice and symmetrical and just pleasant to look at, so yeah, very happy with it. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed me kind of just rambling about this island and about this museum. Honestly, I'm just having a good time. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.